Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is D, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is the King of Arrows and Kingfisher. And 1, 2, 3, you got 4 arrows sitting down here right now. 1 bow and a couple stones. So this is telling me this primarily have to do with, some mental energy, some air energy, reasoning, logic, all right? And, 2 days ago, the Queen of Arrows showed up. And she was asking, what help do you need to ask for, right? And, yesterday we talked about that Hearthfire moment. Maybe you need to ask for some help with, that group. And then the king shows up. To have a king and a queen in a spread, that tells me that, there's somebody of importance, in this Hearthfire group. All right, Hearthfire just dropped off, by the way, too. If you remember correctly, yesterday was bookended. So, this Kingfisher, he's symbolic of ancient wisdom and lore. So, anytime a king shows up, you want to pay attention. Anytime a queen shows up, you want to pay attention. Okay, kings rule the kingdom. All right, they know everything that's out there, and this is a great person to seek counsel for. Okay, as well as a queen. Now, you could seek counsel for a queen, and what she does is when this queen and this king get together, they're talking to each other. They're saying, hey, this is what's going on with this is what's going on this, and, within the castle. And the king's saying, you know what, this is what's going on with these villages. All right? So, when you ask for something with that queen, and, she says, you know what, you might want to talk to the king about this. Guess what? The king's ears are going to be ready to listen to what you have to say. Okay? Now, this Kingfisher, he's at home in both, air, logic, and reasoning, but also in the water, all right? And water's got that psychic energy, right? Water's got that free-flowing energy as well, all right? And he likes to dive deep to catch his fish. But at the same time, he knows what his limits are. So, when you're thinking about this king, especially with the arrows, logic, and reasoning, he's going to drive to the deepest part of that question, right? He's going to make you think about what that answer may be. All right, he's going to exercise judgment or power, and he's going to be impartial to those to help them to see clearly. Okay, that's where he's driving whatever question that is that's coming to him, or whatever advice or counsel he's going to give you. He's going to drive it to the very bottom, almost like he might ask 5 whys. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to do this? Right? Now, if this is a person in your life, if this is somebody in that Hearthfire moment, okay, that we had yesterday, somebody's going to be very articulate. They're going to be very just, and they're going to be a moral leader. They're not going to be immoral. They're going to be just and right with what's going on. They are going to have an attitude of discernment, okay, where they're going to understand where you're coming from, and they're going to be able to pinpoint exactly where you need to get to. And that's he will get you to the heart of the matter really quick. All right, he doesn't play around. If this is an aspect within the leadership or within yourself, it's somebody that's going to have some calm clarity. All right, they're going to take a step back. They're going to take a look at things. They're going to observe. They're going to evaluate. They're going to assess. All right? And then they're going to, come at you with some good counsel. They're going to develop a plan, design an action plan. Right? That's the type of aspect that King of Arrows, that Kingfisher is going to have. And if this is an event, it could be an event where precise information is being given out. Whether that's a master class or, a quick seminar or something like that. And there might be some discipline involved as well. Think of, a martial arts class or something like that, right? There's precise information, and you have to be disciplined in the way you use it. So, the king asks a couple questions, and the first one he asks is, what must you focus on clearly? If you've got this Hearthfire moment going on, okay, and you've got a lot of people hanging around, partying it up, what must you focus on clearly to get, let's see if I can do it this way, to get that question of what do I need to ask for? right? Maybe you're asking, maybe there's so much commotion going on, you can't talk to the right person. All right. So that might be an opportunity to just, hey, I need to take this guy off to the side, introduce myself and just say, hey, this is what I need help with. And in order to do that, I need to focus. You need to focus clearly on that question because you don't want to waste this person's time, right? You need to understand, all right, what it is that you want, where it is you want to go, who it is you need to talk to get what you need done, right? And then go about and do it. And when you're talking to the queen, you need to be clear and concise with her because maybe she can pull some punches for you, right? Maybe she can talk to some people as well. What must you focus on clearly to stay away from that struggle? All right, to have that clear head, to make sure that you're well prepared, for that hearth fire moment and what you need to ask for. When you're healing yourself, what must you focus on clearly? You can see that the green man here is focused. He's focused on, on himself, making sure that he's in tuning to the earth and imparting his healing knowledge and his healing abilities onto that guy in front of him. All right. You can go out for a run, you can go work out, do those things, and you can be focused on clearly on that. But when you're done doing that, make sure you stay focused on stretching, and making sure that everything feels good after your run or workout or whatnot. Same thing spiritual wise. If you're healing, don't I've done this, and just leave it off to the side. You gotta stay active with it. What most you focus on clearly to endure through this storm. What must you focus on clearly with that instruction? And that's a key one there for that 10 of arrows. If you focus on the basics, right, you may not get them right all the time, but if you focus on them and practice on them, guess what? Over time, you will have, perfection in that art and that craft. And then, the other thing that this Kingfisher is going to ask you is, who can give you wise word or counsel? If you're the student, the wise word or counsel comes from the instructor, right? Who can give you that wise word or counsel for the endurance? Maybe it's somebody you look up to, right? Maybe it's somebody that, you open yourself up to your ancestors, to your, to those that moved on to the other side. All right? To understand what that wise word or counsel is. What's that wise word or counsel when you're healing? Whether it's a spiritual or, go to church, talk to a pastor, grief counselor, right? That's healing. Anything, workout gym master, if you're hurt with something, a doctor, right? What's that wise word or counsel? Who do you seek out for that wise word of counsel when you're struggling? Just to let them know, hey, I'm working through this. I'm trying to get forward. But that king's going to look at you and say, you know what, you're struggling. Have you talked to, so-and-so? Maybe you need to get another staff, right? Maybe you need to get another bow. Who can give you wise word and counsel here? Maybe that's that Queen of Arrows supposed to give you that wise word and counsel. And she's going to say, what's that straightforward approach in talking with that group of people that you're hearth firing, right? And maybe somebody's in that group that can give you that wise word or counsel on what you want to accomplish moving forward. So it's always interesting how the cards come out. The king and queen surrounded by that 8 of bows hearth fire. And that just tells me that, there's somebody in that group that you're with that you need to ask for help. And you have to have a straightforward approach. And then the other thing is, make sure that when you have that straightforward approach, it's clear, it's concise, you know what you want to say, and you don't waste this guy's time or that gal's time. All right. And then listen to those wise words and counsel on what they have to say. Because there's going to probably be a couple golden nuggets in there for you. It's up to you to discern that. All right? So there you have it. That's the card of the day. The King of Arrows, Kingfisher. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. This is D for Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, everybody.